YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching the videos. What's going on? What's going on? I wanted to make this video. As y'all can see, the name of this video and the title is called The Game Part 2. I call it Part 2 because I made another video before this one, like maybe 3-4 videos back. I titled that video The Game, and I talked about some things that that wealthy people do, and the game of the world, the game, how to get out the trap, how to get out the rat race. It's real basic, you know. And once you change your mindset and to think a certain way, you know, some of you guys may watch my videos and be like, man, you always talking about money all the time, and you know, depending on the type of person you are, depending on like what kind of what you aspire to in life and stuff like that, you got some people, they look at money as the devil. They look at money as an evil thing, right? Well, just like with anything else, the reason why a lot of people think like that is because it's a fear, a certain level of fear. It's fear, just like with anything else. When there's an unknown about something, either be real estate, going to school, going to the mall, public speaking, or a fear walking up to a girl and asking her for a number, or driving, going on a cruise. I mean, it's all kind of things that there's a certain level of fear, because we're people. That's the psychology. When we don't know, we scared of it. And so money ain't no different. And so once you learn how to use money properly, then you begin to understand how to use it properly. And then you understand, like, okay, there's no reason to be scared of money. Money is very important, you know. In the modern world, money is very important. You need money. You need it. You know, it's very important. You got to have it. And some people are scared of it. Oh, I don't worry about money. I'm just trying to live my life. And that's just an excuse. That's just another way to say that they're scared. They don't understand how the game go. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you need money just to do just about everything there is. I mean, you need money to do everything. You need money to eat, sleep. You need money to do everything. You need money to die. You need money to give birth in this modern day world. You need money. Money is very important, and we got to learn how to use money properly. Okay. And we got to learn how to obtain money properly. We have to, like, think about like money as like a stream, like just like a stream, like a river, a stream. Like if you walk up to a river and the river is moving, right? The average person never gets in the stream of money. They always outside of the stream trying to pay bills and stuff. And so you have to position yourself in the wealth stream. So money will come to you. Money will always come to you, whether you work or not. You can sleep and make money. You know, I would say over the last maybe 3, 4, I would say over the last 5 or 6 years, I've been trying to change my habits and trying to change what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get to it, man. I've been learning how to change my habits, change my mindset. Okay. Uh, um, you gotta change your mindset. Okay. We got to stop trying to work for money, trading our time for money. We got to learn how to buy assets so that money always come to us all the time. And if you're watching my videos, I'm showing you. Okay. So Robert, I follow Robert Kiyosaki. I don't know if any of you guys follow Robert Kiyosaki, but I follow Robert Kiyosaki, Dave Ramsey, um, a lot of people out here. Jeff Bezos. I follow Jeff Bezos and what he's doing. Some of the stuff I don't agree what he's doing. I'm like, man, why are you building a spaceship to go to Mars? Why are you wasting billions of dollars? Why are you doing that? But whatever. I follow a lot of people who out here making moves and stuff. Because that's the one thing I do like about Jeff Bezos, because he's out here making moves. Okay. Once you remove all the personal stuff aside, I give his respect because he's out here making moves. Okay. And so, all the guys I follow on YouTube, all my YouTube guys, Trucker Brown and LaShawn Parks and Jeff and I follow a bunch of guys on YouTube. A lot of these guys are my mentors. Believe it or not, these guys I follow a lot of guys on YouTube, Facebook. I may not comment, I may not comment on Facebook. I may not comment on YouTube or nothing, but I follow y'all, a bunch of y'all. I may not gave all the names, but if you out there getting it, you're my mentor. I follow you. Okay. If you got a YouTube channel or you got a Facebook, Instagram, I follow you. I see you out there getting it. My hands goes out to you, because you out here trying to make it happen. But anyway, the point of this video, I want to talk about changing your mindset. Okay. And so Robert Kiyosaki, I read the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Y'all need to go read it. You got to read it, man. It'll change your life. It changed my life. I wouldn't be in this truck if it wasn't for reading that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, because it's a total mind shift on the perspective of money. Okay, it's a total mind shift. Okay. Excuse me, I'm eating. I got some grapes. You gotta eat healthy out here, It's a total mind shift. So, Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. In that book, he talks about changing your mindset to work for assets. Okay? And so, change your mindset to work for assets. Don't work for money. Work for assets. Okay? Because if you work for money, you and I know, and y'all watch my videos, and if you do research, money is a worthless piece of paper. It's worthless. Okay? And I know I'm gonna get a couple trolls on here talking about, what are you talking about? You talking about $100 ain't worth nothing? It ain't. The only reason $100 is worth $100 is because the marketplace says it's worth $100. If you have $100 on you, you need to get rid of it. That's why I say, you got to put yourself in the stream of wealth, okay, so that money start going to your pocket. And so for the last 5 years, man, I'm sitting here. I'm looking at a good $3,000 a month income without even working. and it just blows my mind away. Like if I sell my truck, and trailer and stop trucking, I'll have $3,000 a month coming in without working. And I was sitting down, I was going through my spreadsheet. Here's my black book that I keep up with, my money and stuff that I'm doing, my thoughts. I write stuff down. Most of it is like with the truck, my rental properties in here, and I write stuff down, and my thoughts and what I'm trying to do, and numbers, and it's just stuff. It's numbers, and I got rental property stuff in here. I just write stuff down. I don't want to call it a journal because it's not really a journal. I mean, I don't journal. I've never done that in my life. I never journaled, so I don't journal. I think I journaled maybe in like middle school. In middle school, where you have that free period, was the first period before your first period, where that teacher, like I know when I was in middle school, we had block scheduling, and you have that first class, it'll be an empty class, and where that first period teacher, she'll have you read it. Like my first period teacher, she used to have us read a newspaper, and she would have us do a report on the newspaper, and the class would be like 20 minutes. As soon as we come in class, she'd be like, okay, read the newspaper for about 10 minutes and write a report on what you learned. And so since that class, I never kept a journal, and I know how important it is to keep a journal, but I don't. But this is my way of keeping a journal. It's more of a financial journal. I got all kind of stuff in here. I got stuff in here about tenants. Like when I'm screening tenants for my rental properties, I write them down, different systems and stuff like that. See, I got stuff on analyzing rental properties. I got stuff on here for analyzing rental properties and ROI. So I got a house, 40,000. I got insurance and stuff like that. I got financial stuff. I be writing stuff down, right? And I just got and so in this, the point of this video, I want y'all to. I need a new truck. Yeah, passive income. So let me get to the video. All right. So the point of this video, I'm just trying to say, you need to work on putting things into your asset column. Okay. And so I was going through my spreadsheet. And I didn't realize it. So in my spreadsheets, I probably got maybe 3 or 4 sets of spreadsheets. I got a budget spreadsheet for like my own budget, and then I got a spreadsheet for my truck, and then I got a spreadsheet for my rental properties, and then I got a spreadsheet like for a year to date, and then I got a balance sheet spreadsheet that sums up all that, the rental properties, the truck, and all the miscellaneous income that I got coming in. And then, I put it on the balance sheet, it shows, okay, all the assets and stuff that I own that's worth some money. And then all the liabilities that I have, okay, debts. And then I got a little section to the side that's telling me how much equity I have. And so here's the game. If you read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and if you follow Robert Kiyosaki, all he talks about is building that asset column. You gotta build that asset column right here. Well, here's mine right there. Assets right there. Okay. And so I don't want to talk about mine, but for the sake of this video, you want to build that asset column. You want to buy trucks. You want to buy assets that put money in your pocket. And so the whole game, and this is the game. This is bottom line. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you just need to focus on putting stuff in that asset column. That's it. So and let's talk about the asset column. And so once you switch your mind to once you understand that mindset of having a job and starting a business and whatnot, you no longer think about, okay, how much money you're gonna make. Now you start to think about, okay, how many assets can I put in my asset column? Okay, and let me do this. Let me do this. Y'all bear with me. I'm getting loaded. I'm at this place. I thought I'd make this video for y'all. Okay. And so basically, all right, when you going through life, right, and you trying to get stuff done in your life, and you want to set yourself up to be 40, 50, 60 years old and don't have to work, okay, and if you want to work, you can go work, and you have a little part-time just to give yourself something to do. But I would hate for you guys to work your whole life, and then come 50, 60 years old and don't have nothing to show for it, and don't have a steady stream of income. That's the game. To have a steady stream without working, money coming in your pocket, money depositing into your checking account every month without working. And so the real game is to build this column right here, the asset column. Long as you putting stuff into this column right here, you don't gotta work no more. And that's the game. That's it. I'm gonna shut the video off. I'm done. Appreciate y'all watching my videos. That's it. Nah, but seriously, that is the game. That's the game. That's it. I'm done. That's it. You gotta put stuff in the asset column. That's your whole goal in life. When you're born, because the sad thing about it, when the average person is born, they're not taught that. Just think about it. If you was in kindergarten, and your teacher, you didn't learn about colors, you didn't learn about all this other bullshit that the government tell us to learn, the stuff that we never learn. If at kindergarten, your teacher said, okay, we're going to learn how to put stuff in that asset column, everybody will be billionaires. That's it. The asset column. That's it. First grade, how to put more stuff in the asset column. Third grade, how to put stuff in the asset column. Fourth grade, how to put stuff in the asset column. But the sad thing about it, we don't learn how to do that until like 40, and it's too late. I mean, if you're 40 years old, it ain't too late. You can still go out here and figure out how to get stuff in that asset column. But that's the game, man. Jeff Bezos, I'm sure Jeff Bezos got a lot of stuff in his asset column. He got real estate, he got Amazon, he got businesses, he's got this, that. It's like all this stuff in his asset columns. And I'm kind of curious what his liability column looks like. his liabilities column probably is like, 3 or 4 debts. All the other, this other column, the asset column, is filled with all this stuff that put money in your pocket. And so some of you may ask, what's an asset? An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. That's what an asset is. Now, we don't want to get into the particulars of a depreciating asset or appreciating assets or, equity and stuff like that. But we don't want to get too deep. The whole goal, when you driving down the road in your truck and you booking loads, or if you're a company driver, you talking to your fleet manager, it ain't get money out of your head. And see, it's a total mind shift. Stop working for money. Don't work for money. Stop working for money. Because if you in the mindset thinking like, oh man, I gotta get 1,500 to do this, I gotta get 20,000 to do this, it's gonna you're gonna get lost in that trap of working for money. You're gonna get lost in that trap working for money. All right. And so in this video, you got to put stuff in that asset column. Now, don't get me wrong. Now you get your truck, the truck, my truck for me and like who I am and my skill sets, I use all of that to put more stuff into my asset column. Trying to get this glare off the video. Damn. The sun's shining in. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, so for me, my truck and trailer, my authority, my skill sets and my work ethic and my determination and my desires and stuff like that. Those are the things that push me to build my asset column so that I can put things into my asset columns. Okay? My last video, I bought a rental property. I bought another rental property. It was turnkey. It got a Section 8 tenant in it. I added another line item to my asset column. Okay. Things that put money in my pocket. This YouTube channel, my YouTube channel puts money in my pocket. My YouTube channel is an asset. Now I don't make a bunch of money, but my YouTube channel, it brings money and puts money in my pocket. My YouTube channel is an asset. And that's the game. Poof. And you can go on YouTube, you can Google all online, you can go all over the place, right? You can ask all these people out here. They couldn't even tell you the fundamentals of building wealth. And I just told y'all, the fundamentals of building wealth is putting assets in your asset column. And so long as you keep that in mind, it'll tell you what you're supposed to do. You can say, oh man, I'm not buying that charger. The charger don't put money in my pocket. I ain't doing that. Oh man, I don't want to buy that $10,000 diamond ring because it don't put money in my pocket. It ain't an asset. Oh, I don't want to go invest into this situation because it don't put money in my pocket. Oh man, I don't want to watch this stupid TV show. I don't want to sit up. I don't want to sit up for a week, waste a whole week watching on Netflix. I don't want to sit up on Netflix for the whole week, wasting a whole week watching some stupid TV show. It don't put money in your pocket. I don't want to sit up here and, it like once you get that mindset, all your whole mindset is geared towards putting assets in your asset column. Your whole life, when you get up in the morning, you just be like, Oh man. Okay, so how I'm gonna put some assets in my asset column today? That's the game. That is the game. You know. First gen trucker says his ex-wife. First gen trucker said, should I get a Wells Fargo secured business credit card to build credit? You could do that. I did it, but I don't know if it'll work or not. You could do it. I mean, you don't have to do that. Because, um, you can get a business credit card without being secured. So, I mean, instead of wasting that money, you can put that money somewhere else, because basically to have a secure business credit card, you're going to open $1,000 business credit card. And so you got to give them $1,000. You still got to comply with all the banking rules, right? Credit score, all that. It's to me, it's a waste of time when all these other banks out here can give you a business credit card without doing that. So it just depends on what you want to do. I say the best thing to do is go and open a business checking account. To go and open a business checking account and deposit like $2,000 into the business checking account. That's a good thing to do. Just do that on a regular basis. Open up a business checking account. It don't matter the bank, and just deposit $2,000 or $2,500 into the account. I say that because having a business checking account is gonna build your business profile. It's gonna show that, okay, you have an active business and you getting regular deposits. The bank sees that and they report that. And so you want to build, you want to get a business address. You want to get a business address. You want to get a commercial address, and do that. That would do the same thing as having a secure business credit card. Me personally, I think it would be even better to do that. So sometimes what I do is like I'll have some money in an account. I'll just get it and just deposit into one of my business checking accounts and then withdraw it. I'll let it sit in there for about 30 days, 60 days, then I'll withdraw it. And see, a lot of you guys don't understand that game, but that's the game to building your business profile. So if you got a fresh business, what you do is you open up a business checking account, deposit $5,000 in there. It's going to red flag on the bank side. You're not going to see it, but it's going to red flag on the bank side. They're going to see that, oh, $5,000 into this account. And so they report that to the credit bureaus, to the credit bureaus. And so they have that data showing that, oh, this entity has money. And so you do that every blue moon. Just do it every blue moon. Just get $5,000 deposit, let it sit there for about 30, 60 days, pull it out. And so it's kind of like it's a little hack. It's a hack to building a business profile, because then they report that information, right? And it's going to have the address, the business name, the business phone number, and they report it, and they report that data, right? And so along with getting a business credit card, along with getting a business checking account, you want to do that. Because if you just have a business checking account and sitting there with no transaction, no nothing going on in that account, then it's a dead account. You got to do some stuff with it. But so if you're in trucking and you're getting paid by brokers, naturally you doing transactions and stuff, you're doing business. So you depositing money, withdrawing money, depositing money, withdrawing money. It's showing the bank that you have an active business, and you got transactions going on. And so some of you guys might think that's crazy, but believe me, that's the game. It's what you're looking for is the data. You want that business profile, the profile. That's what you're looking for. It's a game you got to play to build a business profile. So if you got a fresh business and you want that business to be able to go out there and get business credit, do that. I just opened up a brand new business about a couple weeks ago. I went into Wells Fargo. They approved me for, I think it was like $8,000 business credit card. And I ain't even want it. When I was opening up the business checking account, and like the lady was asking me all the stuff, I handed the lady my LLC paperwork and my EIN number. She started typing stuff in. She was like, "Oh, we approve you for $8,000 business credit card." I was like, "Okay, have at it." And so, and so what you do is you go every 30 to 60 days, you go back and you apply for an increase. You want to get that credit card about 50,000. You get it above 50,000, you're gonna be good. So, you want to do more than 50,000, but if you get it higher than 50,000, that's the threshold. The threshold is 50,000. 50,000 is the number that give me a minute here. I have to think about it. 50,000 is the number that doesn't require an income statement or any documents to prove income. So once you break 50,000 in lending, like, so if you go out there and get a loan, or say if you go out there and you want to get a loan and you ask for 51,000, typically a bank, they're going to want anything over 50,000 or so within that range. Each bank is a little different, but once you ask for more than 50,000, a lot of banks, they're going to want documentation. They're going to want information from you. They're going to ask you why you want all this money. So, like, if you ask for 30,000, they ain't going to ask you for nothing. It's a no-doc loan. They'd be like, "Oh, okay, sure, 30,000. But when you start to ask for more than 50,000, it's kind of like a threshold for some reason. I don't know, but it's some kind of goofy thing that the banks do. I've learned that just going out here dealing with banks and stuff, and I just learned that, I can apply for loans all day long for about 30, 40,000, and they won't ask you a lot of banks won't ask you for no documentation. Okay, so I know that was a long answer for the secured credit card, but you can basically, what I'm saying, you can accomplish the same thing instead of applying for that credit card, that secure credit card, and having that money tied up by just opening up a business checking account and depositing. I think it's like anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. If you deposit more than $2,000 into a business checking account, they report that data to the business credit bureaus. It's not credit, it's just a profile showing that this business exists. So it's just a ping in the banking system. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of data that these credit bureaus pull for all kind of reasons. These credit bureaus know everything. And so it's not like credit per se. It's just activity that they're looking at, a profile. They're building the profile on this something, whatever it is. It could be a person, a company, organization, whatever it is. And so it's a profile that they're looking at. And so you want that profile. If you get a fresh EIN number in a business, if you open a new business with a fresh EIN number, it don't have no profile. It doesn't exist. It don't have an address, a phone number, nothing. So you need to build a profile. You need to add that stuff to the profile, and the profile could be whatever. It could be your favorite color. What's your favorite color? You know, it's just like when you go on a dating website, right? You building a profile. So the same thing applies for like business or personal. It don't matter. But since we talking about business and building assets and stuff like that, you want a business profile. That's what you want, and you want a good profile. You know, you want a 90 paydex. You want an 80 plus paydex. You want money in a business checking account. Damn, like this sun is messing up the video, man. But anyway, I talked a whole lot on that. First Gen Trucker said, I own a bunch of walk behind mowers, lawn care equipment, or tools considered. Yeah, they're assets, man. Anything that puts money in your pocket, it's an asset. Now, like I said, we can get into the details of back and forth on whether it's a depreciating asset, or what have you. Does the asset, do you have equity in the asset? Is it paid for? Does it have debt on the asset? We can get in that, but you want to build, you want to put as many things as you can in that asset column. If it don't put money in your pocket, don't fuck with it. And that's the game. And so when I'm to the point like when I go to the store and I'm shopping around, and like I'm always thinking, like, does this put money in my pocket? I don't need it. and that's how I go. That's how I roll. Like when I'm out at the store looking at some clothes or something like that, I'm like, these clothes don't put no money in my pocket. I ain't buying it. I got a bunch of clothes at the house. I don't need this stuff. Because essentially clothes, cars, and junk like that, that's going to keep you poor. That's basically, it's going to keep you poor. You're going to always have to work for money. And so if you spend your time, all your time in your lifetime doing things that don't put money in your pocket, you're going to always be struggling. Okay? You're always going to be struggling. And so, you want to be able to retire comfortably. You want to be able to walk away. You want to be able to stand tall, okay, and not worry about what's going on in the economy and the government and politics and companies laying these people off and all this shit. And so you want to have stable assets in your asset column that constantly generate you income all day long, every day, every month. You look in your checking account, it don't matter who's president. You still get $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month coming in your checking account because you have assets. Okay, and that's the game. The title of this video, The Game. The Game. I need a whiteboard. Yeah, my whiteboard at home. So, Fofo, did you buy a course on wholesaling? No, I haven't bought no course on wholesaling. Because a lot of that stuff you can just Google and get it for free. A lot of that stuff you can just Google and get it for free.
Give it that when you way out.
All right. All right, y'all, that got me loaded. I'm gonna finish this video here, maybe about 5 minutes. Do I pay for mentorship? It's a few mentorship programs that I went through, but at the moment, I'm not on any paid membership program. It was his ex-wife. business cap Trying business cap is amazing. Tell him full. Oh man, you a trip. You want that S550, but damn, it don't make no money. And that's the game right there. Of course, you can get that S550 once you have a steady stream of, once you have assets that's providing you a steady stream of income. And then you can waste all the money you want because you got assets that's paying you. But if you don't have any assets, you got to go out there and work and labor and kill yourself to pay for a depreciating asset like that. You got to pay for it because that Mercedes Benz, man, it ain't gonna last. After about 2-3 years, that thing gonna lose 80-90% of its value. Shoot, Mercedes Benzes are, man, some worthless. I don't even know why would people spend their money on them things. Like, I would buy one used. I wouldn't buy one brand new. Do you mentor IC guys? I mean, I don't have no program or paid mentorship program, but I have a whole bunch of Snyder videos. So if you go back into my catalog from like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I got a whole bunch of Snyder videos. I got a bunch of Snyder videos talking about running lanes and money I was making at Snyder, and check them videos out. And so, I mean, I could be your mentor. I can be your mentor from a distance. Like, mentors come in all shape and form. So, I mean, we don't have to interact directly for me to mentor you. I got a bunch of videos, man. I think I probably got about 500 videos in my catalog, but you got to go way back. I got Snyder videos talking about all kind of stuff at Snyder. And, that's it, man. That's real talk. That's right. Think about adding Lending Club notes in your asset portfolio. Yeah, I've been looking at notes, but I don't think I'm in a good position to play that game just yet. Because essentially you become a private lender at that point. And I don't think I'm established enough to play that game. Like, once I get like 10, 15, 20 properties and I got a couple $100,000 in the bank, I got a good, strong, stable income. Then I can play that game. But now I don't think I can play the notes game. And like, I've been watching people and I've been doing research on that. And it seems like, to me, most of the people that play that game, these are more seasoned, more established investors. Essentially, these guys are I forgot. It's this. Essentially, you're a certified investor at that point. And so, in order to get invited to the big boy parties, get invited to the big boy meetings and stuff like that, you have to be a qualified investor. That means you have $1 million net worth. And, well, let me take this. You are able to invest $1 million and lose it without that taking you out. And so, in order to become a certified investor, that's essentially what that is. And so, in order for me to feel comfortable playing the note game and becoming a bank to be able to lend out money and to be able to lose it and not lose sleep over it, that's where I would want to be, a certified investor, you know, um, be able to get invited to the public offering meetings. Cause like when an IPO, when an IPO goes public, okay, when an IPO goes public, a Facebook, a Home Depot, whatever, before it goes public, it's just like in real estate. The IPO is circulated amongst the certified investors to give them a chance to get into it before it goes to the public. And so a lot of times when an IPO goes public, it's too late. It's already too late. All the big boys done made their money off of it, you know, like Bitcoin and Facebook and all that. Once it go on the stock exchange, it's too late. All the big boys done made their money off of it. And so you want to be able to get invited to those big boy parties. You know, it's just like with real estate. There are like 2 or 3 agents that I work with. I get emails all the time about properties that don't even get on that. I get emails on properties that don't even hit the MLS. The property I just bought Monday, I closed on a property this week, Monday. That property wasn't even on the MLS. That property wasn't even on the MLS. And so I don't want to say the property was a good deal, but it's a property that I didn't have to deal with a whole bunch of competition. All the properties that's on the MLS and, you know, that's out on Craigslist and stuff like that, that stuff already been picked over. It's just like with freight on the load boards. All that stuff been picked over already before it even get out there. And so you want to be able to get to the source before you even get to the public, you know. And so you want to be able to make those contacts, build those relationships, to be able to have that network of people that you're certified. And so just like I tell y'all in my videos, like the last video I had, I told y'all, don't worry about the LLCs and stuff, because I was getting guys asking me questions about LLCs and stuff like that. Nah, man, in order to build your character, to build your profile, to build your network, you got to go out there and do deals. Go out there and do deals, build relationships, then worry about the LLCs and stuff. No doubt, go get you an LLC, but you got to understand the reasoning why you getting an LLC. Don't assume that you're going to get an LLC and you're going to go out there and do some shady business and default and they won't be able to sue you. That's the wrong reason to get an LLC. The main reason to get an LLC is for marketing purposes. You find your good, strong commercial business name and you get you an LLC, man, get you a business checking account. Now you can go out there and do deals. You can do deals behind that LLC and you look very professional and you build your profile. Take a couple pictures with a shirt and tie. Take a couple pictures with a shirt and tie, smiling, right? And get you some business cards. You can go out there and do some wholesale deals. You can go out there and do some rental property deals. And so you build that profile. Now you perceived as a credible, strong person to do business with. You got to do deals first. If nobody never done business with you, they don't know how to deal with you. And so you got to be very careful on the relationships that you build and because I have relationships with a few realtors. I cherish those relationships. Okay, I cherish those because it's very important. You don't want to fuck that relationship up. And so one of my agents, the agent that I use to close on the last property I just bought on Monday, I sent her a $50 gift card. I sent her a $50 gift card to Cheesecake Factory. Because I told her, I was like, thank you very much for working with me, because she has helped me over the last 3-4 years she's an integral component of me building my portfolio at this point. She's taught me a whole lot. She's taught me a whole lot on negotiating on certain deals. She's taught me, certain things when it comes to cap rates. She helped me. She helped me in a lot of ways, and so I really cherish that relationship. And so, like, I know, like with brokers, it's the same way. If you find 2 or 3 good brokers running your truck, you treat them the same way. Okay, you be honest, clean, you communicate, you let them know what's going on, and you send them a gift basket. You send them a gift basket every blue moon. Let them know that you really value their relationship, and because sometimes you gonna fuck up. There's sometimes you gonna fuck up, and you don't want to be the guy that's the fuck up. You want to be the guy that, okay, when I got a deal or they got a deal, you can close on the deal. It don't matter if it's a load, a rental property, or you trying to do business. You want to, when they see you coming, they're gonna be like, okay, I want to do business with him because he can close the deals. He get deals done. And once you don't want to build that profile, you don't want to build that relationship to where, I don't want to work with him because he always backing out of a deal, or he don't close deals or something like that. You got to be very careful. You got to mean what you say and do what you say. And so if you're going to do it, do it. If you're not going to do it, don't do it. And so sometimes you just got to be careful about that, because you don't want to mess up a good relationship because you up here playing games, Home Path. Yeah, Home Path is good. You got HUD Store, HUDstore.com. Home Path is like mostly for like REO properties. I go on Hudson and Marshall sometimes. Hudson and Marshall, you can find some foreclosed properties. I bought a property off of there one time, Hudson and Marshall. It's a couple properties that I'm looking at right now on Hudson and Marshall. As a matter of fact, I'm watching those properties. You can pick up decent properties on there for, I mean, of course, the property is going to need some work, but my labor is cheap. Like I can find a property for about 15,000-20,000 and put $5,000 worth of work in it. Boom, I got the deed is paid for. I ain't got no mortgage. And so for me to fix up a property and acquire a property for 15,000-20,000 and put a couple $1,000s worth of my sweat equity and money into it and have a paid for asset that's worth 50, 60, 70,000, that to me is worth it. To me, that's damn worth it. I mean, I don't care about a hole in the ceiling. That ain't nothing but sheetrock from Home Depot. Sheetrock for a 4x8 sheet of sheetrock from Home Depot is like $8, $9, $10, and some nails, and then you paint it. I don't care about holes in the wall. I don't care about that. You can sweep up a floor, clean up a yard. You can clean up a yard, sweep the floors up, put paint on the wall. You can have a property, boom, 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 and you can double your wealth just by doing those simple things. And so, and like what I talk, in a lot of my videos, I talk about this stuff, but then a lot of people don't want to do that. They want to see the money, the glamour and all that, but they don't see the hard work it took, because you can go out there and buy $150,000 house retail, but you're going to have to kill yourself for the rest of your life trying to pay for that house. I don't want to do that. I'd rather go buy a house for $20,000, $25,000, put a couple $1,000s in it and double my money. It's easy for me to double my money. All I gotta do is do a little bit of sweat equity. That's nothing. That's nothing. And that's what keeps us poor. That's what keeps a lot of people poor. It's just certain things we don't want to do. It's just like the stuff is easy as shit. It's easy as shit, man. And and it's crazy to me, cause like I have some people that I network with in the real estate business, right? we all know the deal. We all know the game. But then if I show that same property to like somebody who's not in real estate, they'll look at that property and be like, oh, that's ugly. Why would you buy that? It's like when they say that, and when I get that response, I'd be like, yeah, that's why you're broke. That's why you don't have no wealth. You know what I mean? Because the wealth is made at the purchase table. Okay. And so, you know, like I bought two distressed properties. Okay. And the average person, if you see that property and be like, oh man, I don't want that, man, it's trash. But after about 2-3 months, I done painted it. I done paint the inside of it, put new air conditioning, fix the roof, clean the yard up, boom. Now that same property that took a couple weeks, a month to clean up, I mean, a lot of the cleanup is just easy. It's just cutting the grass, putting paint on the wall, and patching up some holes in the wall. You turn that property around, it looks like a $1 million property. Not literally, but you turn that property around. Now, if I show the person that same property, they ready to move in it now. Oh yeah, this place is great. I want to move in. Yeah, I know. All it takes is some paint. A gallon of paint is $30 at Home Depot. Okay. You know, a gallon of paint is nothing, you know, like as long as the property's got good, strong bones, I can work with that. You know, good, strong bones, I can work with that. You know, so and what I'm talking about here, that's the game. It's just like buying a truck. It's like buying a good used truck. It's just like buying a good used truck. You can find a diamond in the rough out there. You go out there and shop around, find a good used truck, man. Go out there and make money hand over fist with that truck. Your boy Rich on here know about that. Where your boy Rich at? Your boy Rich, where you at? Your boy Rich bought a truck for $5,500. He always on here boasting about his truck he paid $5,500 for. Man, he done made his money back 10 times over. He bought that truck for $5,500. You found a condo for $47K. Well, it depends on what you're trying to do with it. If you're trying to flip it, the numbers look different. If you're trying to rent it, the numbers look different. So $47K, I don't know what market you in. You know, I think from what we was talking, I think you in the Georgia market. So for $47K, the rents need to be about $1,000 a month, $900 to $1,000 a month. If you're gonna buy that property, if the rents ain't $1,000, I wouldn't buy that to rent it. Now, if it's enough room in there, if the after repair value of that property goes up, if you fix it up, and if you could probably flip it. But if it ain't no room in the price for you to flip it, I wouldn't do the deal. So you got to know how to look at the numbers and assess whether it's a good deal or not. You got to learn how to calculate ROI, return on investment, cap rate. So that, you know, if you learn how to calculate ROI, cap rate, cash on cash return, and all that stuff like that, then you can figure out what's a good deal and what's not a good deal. You can spot a good deal a mile away just by like, oh, you can just calculate it. Cool. Just, you know, you can just run quick numbers in your head. You know the area, you know the market, you know what the rents is, you know how much you can flip the property for in the area. Okay, this area here for 2-bedroom, 2-bath condos, you can retail brand new, everything fixed up, clean, pretty, 80,000. And if you get it for 40, that's a good deal. If you put about $10,000 in it, you can get sale ready, rent ready. Is, you know, so, you know, you just got to learn how to do cap rate and ROI and cash on cash return, all this stuff. Calculate your expenses and stuff like that and see whether it's a good deal or not. You know, yeah, man. Yeah. But hey, let me get off here. I got to go in here and check out with this load so I can get going on this load. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching the videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.